Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Blogging Tawheed. Sam Shamoun and I would be emailing back and forth in hope to get together for a debate or a dialogue, I should say. And as you will see shortly from the copies of the emails, the conversation, unfortunately, is one sided and one way street, of course. The conversation is not pleasant either. I'm not surprised, and I know very much these things about this man, Sam Shamoun. But what strikes me the most is that he claims to follow Jesus Christ. And let's be honest, the point here is not who knows more than the other, or who's more knowledgeable, who's right and who's wrong. The point is to have a consistent moral principle, which is to act like Jesus if you claim to be his follower. But Sam Shamoun is far from that. Let me share the email conversations so that you get the point. This is literally his response after I introduced myself as a Muslim and challenged him for a debate. I haven't done Skype in over a decade, and I don't mind Skype itself, but the fact I was asking for an appointed time because I don't have much time like he does. I'm not here in this box 24/7. I have a job, I save lives, I work 14 hours a day, I have a family, I have community service commitments, I have my congregation that I attend to, I have volunteering and nonprofit organization meetings, etc. I don't mind Skype. I don't want to sit there in the waiting room for you to turn around and give me the StreamYard link. And look at the foul language. The foul language and the insults are beyond imagination. I don't even know what's worse, his tongue or his mental status. I have seen a huge change in him, and I sincerely would love to speak to him in private before we get to the debate. His judgment has been affected, and I don't think he's aware of his surroundings. He has been showing signs of decline and mental disturbance for some time now, since the incident of the plumber. I can only pray for him and his well being. On the other hand, and to make my response more effective, because I will not take your stupidity and ignorance, because that's not my job. The emails are exactly the example of what Christian apologists propagate. This is nothing new. It didn't just start yesterday with YouTube and TikTok. This is the unfortunate and the ugly truth about the Christian apologists and evangelism. Just like their forefathers, the Crusades, all roads lead to preventing the truth from exposing and unmasking the churchianity at any cost. Now, to survive, they must deploy the psychology of lying, insults, and intimidation, and prioritize repeating the lie in order to deceive and control, infecting people with their maladies and insecurities. If Christian apologists exist, such as Sam Shamoun, Abu Jahl, and David Wood, Abu Lahab, etc., it's because they willingly ignore that reality is augmenting against them. You just can't reason with such people in denial. Impossible to reason with them. These people are all mental, and you can't take them seriously. Their mindset is a very revealing, the wrong mindset, an empty and weak mindset that brings the most underwhelming, juvenile, flawed arguments and argues something they have absolutely no academic background and zero understanding. A lot of people look at them and they say, what's the intention? What's the point? And we get your intention, and we know it's a racist double standard. Always been. It's not something that was just formulated this century. This has been going on for 1445 years. They constantly and intentionally spew animosity and spread false information. Their intentional slander and hostility is obvious, and it all stems from their compounded ignorance and their pride as well. The hate is so immense and intense, they openly promote and encourage it against Islam and the Muslims. Yet, they turn around and accuse Islam and the Muslims of hate. And that's how they sell their narratives. Islam hates us. The Muslims hate us. They want us dead. This is how they operate. They plan and scheme against our beautiful deen. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of planners. And subhanAllah, we don't need anyone to expose these people. They do it all by themselves. You can clearly see they have no peace in their own personal life. Sam Shamoun, Abu Jahl, once said, sitting with a Muslim to discuss their faith is no longer a goal of Christian missionaries and apologists. For doing so is to apostate from the Christian faith. That's a no-no in today's missionary world. You're basically sitting with the enemy and allowing them to practice the taqiyya or deceiving skills on you. It's interesting how Christian missionaries house both a fear of Muslims and a dislike for wanting to sit with us for fear of being branded apostates and self-sellouts. Yet, they continue their crusade against Muslims and ironically against some Christians who are friendly with Muslims. This sheer association of sincere Christians sympathizing with the Muslims' cause is enough to brand them apostates for merely holding to the view that there is good and bad everywhere. The idea that Muslims, like Christians and every other ideological group on the face of the planet, is anything but homogeneous and monolithic is appalling to folks like Sam Shamoun, Abu Jahl, and David Wood, Abu Lahab. But it is a blessing for Islam. And this is again due to their inherent racism and hate towards Islam and their plan to spread the lies. Therefore, I do advise my Muslim brothers and sisters not to go to their platforms and challenge them unless you have a backup. And I'm not saying you can't handle it or doubt your abilities. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with your knowledge. These people are very good at manipulating others. They are all mental, and they will be all over you and take advantage of something you either didn't know or something mistranslated. They don't know what sincerity is. I still look forward to debate Abu Jahl, Sam Shamoun, and his sons, including every or whatever it is. And I hope they get this message. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comment section. I'll be more than glad to respectfully highlight your concern or argument. But before you exit this video, please smash that subscribe button, even if we agree to disagree. Till next time, peace be with you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.